I'm going to release the module one more time. That takes care of the one in the front. One in the back, you just reach around and push it. There she drops down. Now I can get the clock spring out. There's just two catches right here that do it. Always feels like it's going to break, but there it is. So this is the module you need to unplug when you're doing the clock spring on the car, and you can do it. I'm just showing you here on the bench. You can stick it without. You don't need to disconnect these connectors. You can just reach around underneath here, and you'll feel a little tab. You just push it in and release it like that. You can see it come up, and then on the front, you get a screwdriver or maybe a drill bit. There's a little port you can plug in the front there, and you can plug that in and release the part there. You heard it click, and then it just releases. And that's how you'd remove it. It's pretty simple. The hard part is you just can't see what you're doing really, but you want to also make sure you don't bend these pins when you're plugging this back together. Just go gentle with it, and you shouldn't have any trouble. So I've got the steering control module popped away. I wanted to show you this front clip here, the one that you access from the front, is a little tricky. There's what you're doing really, you just stick a very small drill bit or a screwdriver like this. There's a little port right in the front. And it slides right along inside the slot right here. And you can see when it gets to this point, it actually is moving this tab right here. You see that happening. So that's how you release the one in the front. And the one in the rear, you can just reach in behind it and push it right here with your finger. It doesn't really require any tool or anything like that. And the tricky one is the front. There's a little port right here that this is where you insert the screwdriver or the drill, and you can see what it does. And so what you do when you insert that in and release the clip, you have to kind of pull up on it a little bit, and you'll feel it release. And you also have to make sure this little piece here, that this engages into the connector properly. Otherwise, it'll keep you from plugging everything in. So these are the two slots, the latches that you have to actuate. This is the front one, and this is the rear one. And they go down inside of these recesses here, these receptacles. This one's for the front, this one's for the rear. And like I said, you have to make sure that this little module, this little connector is lined up and properly engaging in the connector here. And when you go to put it together, you have to make sure this wire is down and cleared there. And you'll hear it click like that when it's engaged. Now these connectors here, this one has a little red safety latch that you have to first pull back to release this catch here. But I found you don't really have to disconnect any of these to get to that part. I'll show you. I'll plug that one in. I heard it click, and then you can push the red latch in, and that locks it. And this is the airbag connector. That one's locked too. But you can actually just reach right in right above this connector here, and you can feel that little spring tang, and I can just release it just like that, just by pushing it.